Hey, what's going on, guys? We are back with another recap and review for The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. This is season 4, episode 9, Don't Come for My Sound Bath, and episode 10, Mormons Get a Bad Rap. Let's get into it. And we are here.
Hey, Barb, you look so pretty. Loving the hair, loving the natural hair. Let's go with that. Because you've been in braids and twists and locks and this and that.
It's I'm always looking for something else, as you can attest to. So who knows?
You already know. I feel that pain. But yes, we are back with 9 and 10.
Yeah, y'all. I apologize. I was MIA last week, so we had to come with the double recap review.
And 1-2 punch.
Huh?
I said we coming with the 1-2 punch.
Yeah. I mean, I think these episodes they're all right. It wasn't too much. It wasn't too little. Monica. That's all I can say about that. Yeah, if y'all haven't been paying attention to the blogs and whatnot, Monica and Heather seem to be enthralled in a little bit of a legal battle right now. So we don't know what the outcome is going to be, but word on the curb is that somebody didn't pay something and somebody didn't like that. So
there was a counter sue on top of that, and woo-wop-de-wop. We gonna see. I'm sure it's gonna unfold. But it's alleged for right now for us. This is alleged for us because we're just allegedly seeing that there's something going on, something brewing, and as soon as we know, we'll come to you guys and tell you.
Of course,
we'll keep you near to the street because that's what's on the streets right now.
Pretty much. And of course, if you guys are just coming in, don't forget to like the video. We are streaming on both of our channels, so go ahead and hit that like button over there and over here and any other like buttons in between. Don't forget to subscribe to both channels and share us with all of your friends, your families, your associates, your colleagues, all of them. And shout outs to the replay gang. You guys never go unnoticed. Let's get down in the comments after this and keep the conversation going. And
we definitely love you guys for that. For play that game. I mean, you can't be everywhere. You can't be everywhere all the time. So
I get it.
We really do.
I have been MIA, like for real. I had so many videos and stuff. I was like saving them to like my watch later because I'm like, I can't even watch this right now. There's too much going on. But
too much.
We are back. And I was gonna say something else. I don't remember. I was gonna say something. Whatever. What's going on, Janet? How are you today?
Is she our fave? I think that's like my fave. You're definitely my fave. But I feel like she's always in all of our chats that I feel like she's all of our faves. So we love it, and we really do. Thank you for joining us always and forever. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm under the weather and I can't sing, so I shouldn't do that.
How you feel?
I'm on my Dayquil. I'm drinking some water. That when you told me, I mean, I was already going to get it, but I went and got the Dayquil and the NyQuil. So I started my Dayquil yesterday. Last night I took the NyQuil, knocked me out, got my Z's in, and then this morning back on the Dayquil. So I feel really good. I'm not. I mean, of course, if I cough, then I'm like, dang, there it is. But right now everything is drying up, and I feel all right. I feel all right to do this.
That's good. Because I was not expecting you to be sick. If anything, I thought I was gonna be sick. It was cold in New Jersey. Freezing.
Oh, I forgot about it. Would be really, really cold for you there. I slept with my windows open. I have windows on both sides of my bed, and I have the blinds are there too, but I put covers there because it be too bright in the room.
Mm-hmm.
So I left Saturday, and when I came back that night, I didn't realize my windows were all the way up, and it was cold that night. And I remember being in my sleep like, oh my God, it's so cold, but didn't get up, and boom, cold. So I know exactly when I got the cold. It was just like, whoa, because the next day and it's funny. I see why they call a cold a cold, because it make you cold. It make you cold. You be like, oh, where's the tea? So
yeah,
that's what I did.
I feel you on that one. But
Miss Bug is in the building. Hey, and thank you for telling the people. Telling the people, lady.
So much. We appreciate
Yeah, I guess we can get right into the sound bath of it all.
Yeah. Let me get this. Do I have a picture for that? No. Well, yeah. Episode 9, y'all. It was called Don't Come for My Sound Bath, and I was kind of confused, but we kind of got into why it was called that later on in the episode. So just share with us if you haven't seen the episode. But this episode began with Monica and Angie. They were having a sit down at this really cute place, and it had like all these flowers and stuff, and it was super pink, and I loved it.
I know.
I loved it. Angie, she felt bad about what transpired between her and Monica and her mom, Linda.
Bobo.
Bobo. Yeah. Whoever.
That's like a dodo.
That woman, I guess. That lady over there is what we'll call her. Okay. But Angie felt bad. I was a little surprised to see them just coming together like this, especially how they left off after Greek Easter. But I was like, okay, what's this? What is this about? And so Angie brings her this children's book, and she's like, this is for you. I want you to read it to the girls. And Monica, she's very appreciative, and she also hated how everything went down at the Greek Easter. So then we get Monica saying that she came forth with the alleged rumor because she's a friend of Angie. So in Monica's mind, she's like, okay, if I'm a good friend, I need to tell my friend what is being said about her or her marriage or her husband out here on these streets. So she was doing it kind of, not to be malicious. She thought she was just being a good friend. Angie, of course, didn't take it that way, and she was more so hurt because she heard through Lisa that Monica was kind of doubling down on things. She was kind of putting some extra stank on there that didn't really need to be put on there. And I can understand that as well. Monica, of course, denies everything that happened, except she did mention something about boyfriends. And of course, Bravo being Bravo, they're gonna play back the clip. So we got like a little clip of that. LOL. And Monica feels as though Angie believes Lisa over everyone. And I'm like, okay, that's gonna turn into something, because Lisa's name was getting mentioned a lot throughout this conversation. So that could only leave us to believe that at some point this is going to become a triangle of drama. Angie was done with it, and they do come to a peaceful enough, I would say, conclusion. And they also discuss how at the party, Angie was devastated seeing them leave like that. And she explains how she doesn't do family, or Monica explains how she doesn't often do family things. That was kind of something that her ex-husband, like he was kind of the more family oriented person. And so her children aren't able to have those types of experiences now. So she really was genuinely grateful to have been invited. And I was like, okay, I could definitely see that, because we see how you have a fractured relationship with your mom and all that. Monica doesn't really give us the whole, she has a huge support system. She's very, very vocal about letting us know that she does not have a army of supporters behind her. So it really did suck seeing how things went at Greek Easter when it could have been avoided, if you ask me. Angie's mom, we also find out, was an alcoholic who went through struggles, and she self-medicated. Completely new to us. And they're overall they're just apologetic, and they're able to move on. What do you have to say about that scene?
We got a lot in that little scene. We didn't know about Angie's mother, and it's crazy because to find out that not even find out, but to know that she didn't have her mom since 8. 8 is a tender age.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tender. That's like some people's. That's where their memories go back. The farthest they can go back. I can go back to almost 5. I actually can go back. I can go back to 5, only because my dad was at my preschool. I probably was 4, but my dad worked at the preschool kind of where I was at. So my memories there in different. I can put myself there and remember. But at 8, it's like, dang, that's such a tender age to lose her mom, and the fact that she was abusing a substance or alcohol and or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Which means now that goes to another dynamic, means that she wasn't there for her baby even as she was there
Yeah.
from 1-8. I mean, I don't know how much she self did, how much she did, how much. I mean, when you call a person alcoholic, that means they do it every day. They almost have to do it or they will pass away. So it's
dependent. Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't know how long she was doing that, but even still, her youngest memories to even know that her mom was alcoholic, and that is crazy. And then to find that just makes me look at her dad even more like, dang, you were really a strong guy to have
This is what, like,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, and he took care of all of them. So so that all right, girl. So that was something that I took away from that. And then with you, like when they met up, I was like, where's this gonna go? Where are we going here? What are we doing? So, I kind of like the reason why I sometimes watch these shows is to learn different things that I can apply to my own life. So it's funny to see, them be grown women and go hash it out and go talk on neutral grounds, not at one's house or the other house, like neutral grounds, and get off your chest what you need to get off of. So I'm always here to see that they didn't yell, they didn't argue, they didn't fuss, they didn't fight. So yeah, I just like that. I like that scene. It was cool, and I did like that wall. I thought about you on that wall. I was like, yeah, she's gonna definitely say something about that pink wall.
Or that's just the best place ever. It sounded like.
Oh my god, it probably smells so good in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh. So yeah, that's all I got to say about that. The most important for me was to see how Angie, hey Francine, how Angie, how Angie is so what's the word? Not giving, but she's so understanding. She always gives everybody like her tagline say. She extends the olive branch, but don't get it twisted. She can get feisty, but I feel like people they take advantage of her softness. That's why it was so. When you go back and think about how Big Lips, the one that's in jail.
Jen.
Oh my God, how Jen treated her. It's like, are you crazy? That lady didn't deserve none of that. But okay, I don't want to get off subject, even though it's still the same show. It just made me look at Angie like, dang, she is really easygoing and really be trying to keep things together. So,
oh no, I definitely feel you on that, and I'm never one to just y'all. We're not just ever going to take what we see and just run with it. Obviously, we know that next season it could be something totally different that they show us. However, from what I have concluded, what I've seen, especially down at BravoCon, I heard that Angie just seems to be a very genuine person. She really loves the platform, but not in like a pompous way or nothing like that. She seems like she just has a lot of good vibes and good energy around her from what I've heard. So that definitely has been translating on screen for me. I don't dislike her. I think that both of them had valid points. I understand if Monica was really throwing it out there, not to be malicious, and she was just doing that so she wasn't the last person with the secret or something like that, then I can understand that. And then also from Angie, it's kind of like still like, okay, I get that, but you were kind of laying it on extra thick. Like I see both sides. So we're just gonna have to follow their friendship and kind of see what transpires and how we are into it.
Yeah. Because at the end of the next episode, it gets there. Yeah, it's something that she says that makes me exactly what you're talking about. I'm like, whoa, we didn't have to wait long. But
so
let's get back into it.
Over at Whitney's house, or shall I say yard, because that's where we were. We were setting up shop in the yard. Lisa pulled up with some tiki torches. I was confused, but we kind of understand why she had those later on. She pulls up with the tiki torches in the back of the Porsche, and this is a big, busy week for Whitney. As she said before, she has this prism event, which we later on find out all of what entails, all of what that event entails, and it's her new jewelry line. But in the meantime, she wants to have like a luau, or as Bobby would say, a luau. That's what she wants to have for her 13th birthday. So that's why, hence why tiki torches, right? Whitney's mom will also be at the party, thanks to Bobby. I wrote that down. I guess I thought at the time that was going to be significant, but I don't really think it was later on. They've gotten her a golf cart as well, which caused differences in opinions between her and Justin. I guess one of them was cool with the idea, one of them wasn't. I don't remember who was cool with it and who wasn't.
Probably Justin. I think Justin. Well, the pros was, no, the cons is there's no doors, there's no windows. She's 13. Anything can happen. And the cons is, well, she can help with pick up the siblings. She can be her mom's personal Uber, like they were saying. And I'm thinking to myself, it ain't cold, ain't it snowing? She can try that thing in the snow. It ain't cold.
Yeah, that would.
I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying I don't think they thought that out clearly, completely, but maybe,
they live in a gated community and she was just gonna be riding around the community, because that's back in North Carolina where my house is. Like there was girls her age riding around on their, everybody got golf carts. We didn't have no golf cart because I ain't got no golf cart money, but everybody and their mother had golf carts, and the girls would be riding around the lake and stuff.
Okay, so, that's cool. That's what I'm saying. Subdivisions and stuff like that, and you moving around in that. That's cool. I'm mad at that. I can see that
across town. I thought it was a neighborhood thing, and I mean, I drove dirt bikes, the quads, and all those things growing up. So I would probably be all down for it, but I get it.
Right.
Oh, our sister is in the building.
Yes, she is. Hello, Miss Nola Reese. My sissy. See her in 2 days. I know. 2 days.
Yeah. We need to talk about that. Yeah, we got to figure out.
All that part.
Schedules and stuff. But yes, 2 days. Going back to the episode, Whitney lets us know that she's not inviting Mary because she probably wouldn't even want to do it in the beginning anyway. And B, she doesn't want her saying mean things to her kids. And we got this like weird, funny flashback with Mary talking about a really bad like car crash or something. It was classic Mary.
Oh my God, it was treacherous. I was like, Mary, I feel like she walked with a little, even though she's just as cute as she want to be. She's as cute as she want to be. She walks with a dark cloud around her. That's how I feel about Mary. Yeah, why would you tell the kids, there was an accident and the girl, she went out, she didn't go out the window, she went out the moonroof, and she went into and when she got ejected into the neighborhood.
Yeah, it was just
Bobby's looking. I'm like, this is a true story. You tell them this ain't Halloween and a fictional story. You tell them real stuff right now, right? Yeah, you traumatize them. There, she's 12, and her brother's probably like 9. Girl, are you crazy?
They probably genuinely were traumatized. I feel like me at that age, I wouldn't have been, but anyway. because we found out later on that Whitney is very, very mindful of the stuff that she exposes her children to. So they probably were really taken aback, like, oh my gosh, so she don't want that around her kids. So we gotta respect it.
For sure.
Lisa says this is all about Bobby. So those that make her feel good are those of which that should be there, which also can't argue about that. Whitney has invited Monica and her children, we find out, and Lisa also finds it funny how things can be. Wait, let me take this away when I say this. Lisa finds it funny how things can be conveniently abusive, and you can be abused and also be abusive, according to Lisa. So again, how I said before, we're gonna kind of see how Lisa falls in this whole Monica, Angie. Like we're starting to build a picture here that's gonna be between these two ladies. And Lisa also says, if your mom is so horrible, then effing make changes. Those are her words, not mine, y'all. And Whitney, on the other hand, is kind of like, I'm going to stick to the side of, I'm going to choose to believe Monica. That's just where Whitney is. She's going to choose to believe her, whether Lisa feels differently, that's up to her. But Whitney's going to stay over here.
Mm-hmm.
But that was really it for that scene. What do you have to say about that?
I'm glad Whitney took the stance that she's going to believe Monica, because as friends or supposedly friends or somebody that we're getting to know, if this person comes to me and says she didn't come to Lisa and say it, so that's the only reason why I'm going to give her a piece of pass, because like Lisa's working off optics, what she saw, what she heard, and what at that dinner. That's the only thing she's going off of. So she's the one being very narrow-minded. So we're going back. So if my friend comes to me and says, yeah, my mom is very abusive to me. And she tells me, she doesn't go into depth, but she just says, yeah, my mom was abusive. I'm going to believe my friend. I don't care if her mom comes over and put her best foot forward and act like everything is okay and she's the best mom of the year. I don't care about that. I'm going to believe my friend when she tells me that I'm abused and my mom is not to be trusted or whatever the case may be. That's me. So I like that Whitney got a brain and told her. So basically, don't come to me with the bull. I don't want to hear it. You gave your opinion. This is my opinion. And now we're not going to talk about it. Now, if you want to go hear from the horse's mouth, or, you need more, go talk to her, which I feel like Lisa don't want to do, because Lisa wants to believe it. She wants to believe Lisa is a narcissist. Everything is about Lisa. Everything is about Lisa. I don't care what nobody tell me. That girl is everything. Hey, Joseph, I'm telling you. But when I tell you, it just made me mad that Lisa doesn't listen to nobody. That's what I feel. I feel like Lisa doesn't listen. You can talk to her. Matter of fact, she said it to Heather on the next episode. It go in one ear and go out the other. And that is true for her all the time. She does it to her husband all the time. So Lisa just thinks about Lisa, and there's no changing her mind for me.
I probably should have said at the beginning of this episode that I can't lie, Lisa's been low key my favorite person in the last couple episodes. I can't lie.
We always do this. So I love it when we're in this thing, because I like to hear your.
I can't deny she does have her narcissistic tendencies. I can't lie about that. But low key, a lot of other stuff though, I have been like, okay, I could understand why Lisa said that, or I could see why Lisa did that, or I could.
Yeah, me too. There is some things that they could have squashed.
But I'm with her. I can't lie about that. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to figure out why she's still holding something against Meredith when she was the one said all that mic'd behind the door. Yeah, yeah, she did say that. And that's not something that can just be overlooked, because clearly that didn't just come out of thin air. Like, clearly that was something she had been sitting on. So that's what I mean when I'm against her, I'm against her. But I have been with her a lot more often this season than I have in the past. I just had to throw that out there.
Okay, we go. Let's get lit. But that's all I got right. I mean, that I could think of on that scene that I was just like, thank you, Whitney. Just, for me, I'm gonna believe my friend for right now, unless I see something different. And I also feel like you should see that she has a problem with her mom, because you guys are bumping heads. And usually people that have issues, different issues with parents come up in friendships. And you can see, like, and if they tell you, oh yeah, my mom have a good relationship, like, oh, okay, that's why you woo-wop. Like, at least I assess people like that, because I'm probably older and I've been around enough to know, done enough clients in my chair, talked to several people in my lifetime to see when you can tell different issues of parents. When you have a parent issue, it comes up in your life and it comes up in different places. So I just feel like, Lisa, you don't see it. You don't see it with Monica. Like, you don't see it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think two things can be true at once. I can think that Monica's got her slew of issues, but the mom definitely has.
She got more than a slew. First of all, that she slept with that her brother-in-law is a big issue. That's a big. Like, I don't know how she's recovering, but I don't know how you recover from that one. And now, as a kid stepfriend, do they even see their dad? Did he disown all of them?
That's what I want to know. I have so many questions about the fact that, okay, yeah, I get you guys a divorce now or whatever, and they don't get to do family things. But wait, no, but really, why do they not get to do family things? Because he should still be in the picture.
I don't get it. We gonna need some more. Yeah, we're gonna need some more from Monica so that we can understand what's going on. Because I feel like, I just feel like there's still a lot that we need to unpack.
Do y'all feel like mom is putting on for camera time? Oh yeah. No, I think that she truly is not a great person, but I do feel like, yes, she likes to be in front of the camera, and she is going to do whatever she can to get more camera time. I do believe that, and we see it more, I think, in the next episode. She's definitely
I think her mom is putting on just to put on, because she doesn't know how to do anything different. I think she has split personalities. I think she is two people at the same time. I think she doesn't know when to turn off and be a mom, or knows how to turn off and be a listening ear for her daughter. Like, she's weird. Mm-hmm. And I get it. Something's wrong with her. And the thing that they keep talking about counseling, and they said they've done counseling before. Did they say they did counseling before? I think they said that.
Yeah, we didn't get to that yet, but yeah, we got our from that.
What I'm saying that to say, if you got counseling and you feel kind of messed up, something wrong. Okay, that's the only reason why I brought it up.
Yeah, she doesn't strike me as someone who applies. Like, she hasn't applied anything from anybody's type of counseling before. Like, some of these things are like, day one, I've been in counseling, I'm actually applying these things.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right. That's what I get out of that too. Okay, I'm sorry. I just had to bring that part up.
No, it's valid. Thank you, Joseph. That was a good question.
Yes.
Then we catch up with Meredith and Heather. Heather's daughter, Georgia, is going to prom, and it's just like a wow, they grow up so fast moment. They're kind of, talking about children and mom stuff. And Heather then asks, what do you think about Jack's mission? Once again, we're back to Jack's mission. Heather, just keep sipping your wine, because, like, why are we talking about this for the umpteenth time? Meredith, however, she was unaware that the whole mission was like a 7 days a week, 365 days a year type of deal. Like, I guess she thought you had off nights and weekends at least, but no, it's not that at all. So Heather thinks a major component of this all is that Jack has to promote Mormonism by the book versus this East Coast Mormonism. She thinks that that's going to be like the major point of contention. And she also is confused by Lisa's brand of Mormonism, because we know that Lisa likes to wear her strapless dresses and just do things completely different than anything that Heather has ever seen or experienced when she was still in the religion. Meredith understands the concern about there being a potential fight at the party, and I think that we all can understand that that is fair. The party being Bobby's birthday party. Meredith's also prepared to show her face, drop off the gift, and basically dip and go on about her business because she doesn't want to start no mess at the party. And we know, and the only reason why there could be a potential mess, y'all, is because of the whole Meredith and Angie. They are still at odds with one another. They haven't had another face-to-face since Lisa's ski party thing. That's where all that went down. Mm-hmm. And Angie, she wonders however, if she should send a text prior to Angie. I don't think I meant to say that. I think I meant to say Lisa, and ask if Jack Barlow is coming. I don't know why I wrote that. Whatever. Angie then asks Heather if she's heard the good news that he's going to Colombia for his mission. Well, I don't know if this was two different scenes or what, but somehow I started putting Angie's name in this. And then she tells her about the brunch that they had. Apparently, Lisa, I think was it Lisa? Was Whitney there? I don't think so. There was a brunch that Lisa had.
Oh, it was Lisa and her family, and it was Angie and her husband. But wasn't there one other?
There was another couple there. I want to say
it was. Was it Meredith?
Baby. Yeah, Meredith.
I feel like it was Meredith and Seth. Yeah.
Meredith is sitting there telling her all of this. And basically Heather's like, oh my gosh, why wasn't I invited? Pretty much. And she would have obviously liked to be in attendance, because Heather keeps trying to interject into this whole Jack mission situation. They also play a flashback, and Heather's clearly feeling rejected and plans to avoid Lisa at the birthday party so she doesn't lose her temper. I hope you guys were following everything I said, because I don't know, my notes were not doing what they were supposed to right now.
I want to do that too.
But I was watching on the plane, and I was taking these notes on the plane. I think I started to fall asleep. I think that's why they didn't make sense. But hopefully, if you all watch the episode, you get what I'm saying. And it's really just the whole thing that Heather's been standing on this whole time, is that she feels like she needs to be a martyr or some type of she needs to spread some type of awareness or whatever when it comes to Jack on his mission, because she's been on her own mission, and and I don't think Meredith really cares too much, if you ask me. But I want Heather to stop, and I'm hoping after this most previous episode, she's no longer gonna keep bringing this up. I hope she got the answer she wanted. I hope she got the stuff off her chest that she wanted to get off her chest, so we could finally move on, because
tired.
Jack is gone. Like, Jack is gone. He is he's in Colombia doing his thing, and it's gonna be what's gonna be.
Yeah, I don't know why she's pushing so hard to tell. I mean, I do know. We do know, because she feels like it was a it's hard work, it's dedication. But if that's what he wants to do, I feel like that's what he wants to do. Why are you coming for anybody? Just let him do him. What Joseph said?
The word on the curb is he, as in Jack Barlow, hasn't gone yet because of some contingency with his visa. Lisa must be happy.
Now that sounds about right.
I was wondering about that. I was hoping that someone asked that question at like BravoCon or whatever, and we would have saw like a clip or something, because I want to know what's the ETA, like what's going on, where we at with that. But according to this, he might not even be going yet.
Now that's crazy.
Angie and Heather are the single white female gorgeous Lisa Punkhead.
Of course.
Heather is the perpetual victim. Is that what it is? I don't know what it is. It's just her thinking that somebody needs to hear her out. Like, you wrote the book. That's all you can really do. I would have actually been happier if she would have just sent them the whole family copies of her book, rather than us hear this every week, because he don't hear her.
It wouldn't matter. They're not reading her book.
You see him with Mary going to invite. I thought so too. I was that scene. We're gonna get to that. Jack didn't want to go to college. Wanted to get away from his mama. Yeah,
that's what I think. I agree with that. I agree with that right there. That right there. But yeah, Heather just keeps overstepping her bounds.
Well, I mean, it's a little weird. I think when kids they hit 18 and they're like, I never want to have anything to do with you. But it also isn't that weird though that kids hit 18 and they want to spread their wings too at the same time. Hopefully it's the second one, not the first one.
I think he loved his mom and everything, but he also understand that his mom was a little overbearing. So she spoiled him though. Like, he got everything he wanted, anything he needed, wanted, he has that. So I don't think he really dislikes his mom. He just needs a break from her.
And is. Yeah, that scene didn't really give that much. Later on,
at Whitney's?
No. Yes. Whitney's house? We're over at Whitney's house, and Bobby is getting a little bit of glam.
Look at Bobby.
She looks just like Justin.
That is Justin's whole face. But then I keep staring at her right now. I see Whitney too. It's crazy, but she looks just like her dad. I mean, when she was a baby, when they showed the baby picture, I was like, that is Justin's whole face right there. But when I keep staring at her and knowing that's Whitney's baby, I'm like, I'm pulling Whitney's face out of her face right now. But I love her ginger self. Go ahead.
Yes. She was way too happy. She was so happy. And she loved how everything turned out, which was really, really cute. When she was like, oh my God, I have eyebrows.
That was the cutest part.
That was so funny. And just seeing her friends like corral around her and be happy for her and everything. It was a really heartwarming scene, if you do ask me. Yeah, but everybody's there with her kids and everything. And then we go over to the actual party. And Meredith is going to wear a blazer. If there's one thing Meredith's going to do, she's going to wear a blazer. Even if she had a bikini top underneath, she's going to wear her blazer, okay? And it was very, very cute. Hawaii meets SLC. Then it's like Angie, Lisa, and Whitney on one side of the party, while them on one side, and then it's Monica, Heather, and who was that? Monica, Heather, and somebody else was over there. But you can kind of start to see the divide there. So everybody's kind of talking, and Angie tells them that she told Heather that Jack received his call and how she could tell that she was upset that she wasn't invited to the announcement when she's talking about Heather. Lisa's confused on how she could feel hurt, but because they are currently in a good place, she doesn't want this non-invitation to become a big deal. We can understand that as well. Heather asked Monica, Lisa didn't come over here. Are you guys good or what? Monica says that ever since she made mention of Lisa being materialistic, they haven't been good. Heather lets Monica know that Whitney said that Lisa said Monica embellishes her stories between her and her mom. Lisa doesn't know anything about me. Lisa's obsessed with me. That's Monica. That's what Monica said about Lisa. Monica is trying to contain herself, which we know is very, very hard. We've seen her in action before. And then Lisa comes over in true Lisa fashion, and she's like, "Hey, what's going on over here?" And we're like, okay, this is gonna be awkward.
Very.
No time. She immediately fills her in by basically saying, "Look, Whitney. Whitney told me that you said Monica pretty much be dragging everything that goes on between her and her mom." So Lisa, she doesn't back down from it. She basically defends her words by saying it was only just a snarky comment.
I disagree that she did not disagree, or did she? Girl, she gave a look like, I did what? Like every time somebody brings Lisa name up and tell her what she's doing wrong, she always says,
we all
like, what, not me.
I was like, okay, girl, okay, well, I guess we all do that then. Okay. What? Wait, what? In her Lisa voice.
Yeah.
And then Monica pipes up by offering up like some really interesting comparison of Linda, her mom, to Ted Bundy. If you guys don't know who Ted Bundy is, Google. Google's your best friend in that case. We won't get into that right now. But Monica's like, my kids don't even want to be around her. Like, come on now. Why did you even bring her to Greek Easter then? I can't lie. I thought that was a good question. I'm sorry. Lisa asked Monica that. Like, okay, if you guys are not cool like that, then why did you bring her then?
Good question. Valid question.
Monica's like, listen, do you want to ask my kids? Because you clearly don't believe what I'm saying. So do you want to go ask them? They're right over there.
Not the thing to do.
I should have said that, but whatever. Lisa's like, of course not. Monica's kids, at least the older one, seems to see her mother for who she is, and we can kind of deduce that based on some things that were said this episode and in the next episode. They're not unaware of how their grandmother is. Monica then calls Lisa out for being just like her mom, and Lisa's like, maybe you're like your mom, maybe you're more like your mom than you think. And she gets up and she walks away, and Monica's like, bye, you 50-year-old wannabe. Because I guess that's a dig. And I think it was Lisa that said something along the lines about Monica having fake Chanel. There was insults being heard from one side and another. Meanwhile, Bobby's having the time of her life. She's drinking all the Dr. Pepper. She's drinking all the sodas. She's 13.
Dr. Pepper wasted, baby.
She's having the time of her life. They go ahead and they she blows out the candles and everything. They unveil the golf cart and everything. She's having the time of her life. Lisa then takes a moment to tell Heather that she's not purposely excluding her from anything. She's just not trying to throw the exact thing in her face that she's on a journey from. Meaning, if you're trying to create your new path and navigate your life away from the religion, why would I keep trying to bring that same thing to you? I can't say that I don't understand that. That makes perfect sense to me. Just saying. And this is not me trying to kiss Lisa's butt, y'all. So don't think that that's what's happening.
I just feel like she had a long enough time to think of a real excuse, because Lisa is not that. Lisa, I don't know why you keep giving this lady all these passes. Like, this girl is not the person she is showing us. That girl is not nice. She's not nice.
I think she's nice, but
in confessional, she'll say one thing like, yeah, Heather can't come. And brush it off like I don't have to give you a reason why. She just not. And now I feel like when she said that, I feel like, yeah, that's a good way to put it. But in the moment, I don't think that's how you really felt. I don't want to be bringing this up to you because, you're going through your own journey. No, that's not it. You don't want to hear her mouth about it. And you could say that. I don't want to hear your mouth about it. Don't be trying to put it on because you're on your own path. And I just didn't want to bring it up to you no more. Like, but we're friends. Your son is going on a mission. Like, stop with the, me and you just not gonna see eye to eye on Lisa. But go ahead. I just feel like she came up with that, and it sounds good. And it sounds good. I can't disagree with that. Do I think that's her real emotion and why she didn't invite her? No.
So then they're interrupted by Jack. Thank God.
I love Jack. He's such a cutie pie.
He finally tells Heather, straight from the horse's mouth, where he's going and all that, whatever. But he's over it too. He's like, okay, this is what it is. I gotta go back, and he skates off. But thank God, finally she heard from him. So at the end of the day, they can still be friends and coexist, and hopefully bury this hatchet and move on. It's all out there on the table now. Lisa says bye to everybody and hugs everybody but Monica, and she leaves. And that was the party.
Can you please put up Auntie Bernice's comment?
Oh, my bad.
No, it's all good.
Heather being on her feelings was glad and enjoyed putting that battery in Monica and Lisa's stuff. Yes, she did. We're not going to sit here and act like, because she wasted no time when Lisa sat down. She was like, look, this is what was said.
Right.
Then the same Lisa who had a complete meltdown when they told her to not wear makeup. Lisa don't like Monica because she called her shallow out. I believe that. I believe that.
Boom, boom. That's exactly. It's been that since that. It's like Lisa sees Monica for exactly what she is. She told her about it too. I'm not saying Monica's right. Not saying that, but I'm just saying she don't let Lisa is used to getting anything and everything she wants from anybody and whoever. That will not be the case with Monica. That's all. That's how I look at it.
In the same token, though, I do feel like Monica is doing a little bit more, because we are on the show probably, is doing a little bit more and kind of gunning for Lisa in a way just to kind of make a splash a little bit. That's kind of what I'm picking up as well. Even with Meredith too, like she's going to get in wherever she can fit in, I feel like, at the same time. And we saw that with her with this situation. We see that with her and how she was trying to live up Meredith's butt. We saw that over there too. So I'm again still looking at Monica weird too. Heather Carlson would have made it all about her.
I cannot.
Done. I'm so done.
I was about to say something else that I want to say about that scene too. I think I just drew a blank when we pulled that up. Oh, I was gonna say, Monica is trying hard for her first season to make a splash, like you saying. So I feel like you are right. She probably found somebody she could put a target on, and she's trying to run with that. But Lisa makes it very easy. I'll say that.
I just don't think it's like big. Maybe that's not to say that I agree with everything Lisa does, because I don't. But I think it's just her being Lisa. So it's like it's not really. I don't really see the need to. Not. I don't to pay attention too much to the things she does, because she's gonna be Lisa at the end of the day. It is what it is. So I just kind of take her for what she throws out there. But Monica seems to be the only person that's like, oh, materialistic. Yeah. I mean, that's just she's pretty much been the same person.
She worked hard for what she got. She worked hard for all the stuff she got. What are you mad about? And that you're coming off as a hater, because all these ladies got something going on. Why are you gunning for her? So that's weird. But then, I was about to make another point right then. Oh, I'm getting tired of Monica doing ageism. I don't like that, because you're not that much younger than them.
This was the first time. She does it again in the next episode too.
Right. And that's why I just want to bring it up now, because I don't like that. She did it then. She said, you 50-year-old woo-wop. They're not even 50 yet. So therefore, why are you calling them that?
I think Meredith is. I don't think anybody else is.
Okay, what she said, Angie said she's older than both of them. I Googled it. They're 40. Angie's 48. So if Angie's 48, they're underneath that, or right behind that. That don't make them 50. Meredith is probably 50.
But yeah, Meredith definitely.
Yeah, I feel like I can.
Meredith, I want to say. But I can't lie though. I was a little confused. I didn't really think that Heather. I was surprised when Heather was older than Lisa. Not saying that they look bad or stuff like that. I just
Heather is older than Lisa.
I see Heather being like older than Whitney, but like younger than Lisa for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe because of her energy. I don't know. She just be being goofy and stuff like that. So maybe that's what makes me think that she's like super younger than she is. Like, I don't know. I see Heather as
you talking about Heather?
Yeah, I felt like she was gonna say she was like 44 or something like that. I don't know why.
How old is she?
I want to say she was 48 or hold on.
I know, and like I looked up Angie because I was like, if Angie's older than the one she said, I don't think she said Mary. She said I'm older than. Who's 49? Heather. Okay, so yeah. I mean, I guess 48, 49, 50, it's the same. But when you're 48, you don't want to be called a 50-year-old.
And that's not how we look at you. Look at Kenya. Look at freaking.
That's why it's not an insult. You're not insult, and the fact that Lisa turned around and tell her, "Girl, you gonna get old." I think she's in her 40 or she's 40. She's in her 40s or she's 40.
Who?
Monica.
Monica said she was 38 when she first came on the show.
Which is still closer to 40. If you're calling her 50, that means you are 40. Because if she's 48 and you're calling her 50 and you're 38, you're 40. So even still with that, why are you coming for anybody's age? What does that have to do with anything? Why are you saying that?
You should have known that shouldn't have been like when it comes to the age, like you're clearly the outlier here, because the majority of the women on the cast are over 47, 48 and up. So that's weird that you would even think that that's yeah, it's not. Anyway, Lisa and John, apparently they're getting like new bedding that Whitney needs to come over and show her how to make up a new way to make up the bed. I'm gonna need Whitney to put that like on her Instagram story or something, because I'm curious. Is something I'm missing? Like
a hotel? I don't know. Is she putting swans on the?
I'm curious. I would love to know. I love making my bed. I like having my bed look nice, and so maybe you could tell me something. But apparently that's what's going on. And Lisa, he asked her what happened with Monica and everything, and Lisa's like, I don't even know. She just starts saying crazy stuff every time. She even compared her mother to Ted Bundy. Like, it was just so crazy. And then he asks if anything got resolved, and she's like, of course not. And I just need Angie to be honest about her relationship with Monica, because 3 days earlier, Lisa and Angie had a conversation about the matter, with Angie saying that how she was right there with Lisa, meaning that she understood what Lisa was saying. She's on that same type of feeling. Mm-hmm. And then we get to the party and everything else, and her actions are saying something totally different. So I'm gonna need her to be honest. And then Lisa gets a text from Whitney and proceeds to just ignore John. And I can't lie, I laughed really hard at this moment because it was classic Lisa. And he was I
shook my head like, this is what she does to her husband every time. I know that man is just tired of her. She be hot with him and then she get right straight cold. Like, okay, you're not that important right now. You're not that important. I really think she only talks to him when she needs to vent, like she talks to everybody else. Because Lisa likes to talk to you when she needs to vent something out. So yeah, she was venting, and then when she was done venting and somebody changed her mind, she was done. And I feel bad for her husband. I'm sorry. She's weird. Lisa's weird. She wasn't as weird, but as the time keeps going on, I'm like, you are starting to really be a weird lady. Weird. I love that Monica gets under Lisa's skin, and when she tries to overtalk her, it doesn't work. True. Monica had a rougher life than Princess Lisa and looks good. True beans. True talk, true facts, all of that. All of that.
Yeah. And she did, Lisa definitely didn't really, she really,
that's what I was.
Which actually, I don't know if it's the next I think it's the next episode, but Whitney actually does kind of break down the whole.
Oh yeah, she gonna get. Oh Lord, I can't wait for that food. But that's what I was gonna say. That was gonna be my what I was gonna get into. I don't like that Lisa does that. It's like, oh, you didn't give him much, but you're gonna take that part of it.
It happened the way that
it's like, but I think her husband knows, like, okay, that couldn't just, she pulled that out of thin air, and that's how that conversation went to that. So it's like, okay, well, there had to be way more meat and potatoes in between that part of the conversation. So I don't like that she don't tell the whole truth and that she's calling everybody else a liar, but you withhold information or you use it to your benefit when you feel like it. And I'm tired of it. I can see you a mile away every time you do that. That's why I don't agree with a minute ago when I said what I said about her. Just came out across what she said to Heather. It's like you rehearsed that one, girl, because that was a good one. But I don't think that was her true sentiment.
Really Lisa does have the tenacity to recount events happening in just her way, or it's just like, this is exactly how it happened, and this is who I was in that situation, and it's usually more so on the victim side of things. She doesn't really outwardly ever say how she was wrong and stuff. I do have to agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of it. Nobody wants to be wrong.
Yeah, that's very common for a lot of people, I know, but okay, we have just a few more scenes of this. Heather in Georgia, it's her prom, and Heather's steaming her dress and everything, and I really like this scene. It was cute. She's nervous, and at one point Heather can recall not even knowing if she was going to go to the prom, because it's kind of like cliques there. It's like all the Mormons over here, all the not Mormons over here, all of these people over here, or whatever. And she thought that she was kind of gonna, I guess, be outcasted or kind of not have anybody to kind of group up with or whatever, until her boyfriend, I forget what his name is, he came into the picture, and it kind of just, everything just mellowed out. He is Muslim, I believe, and they've just kind of been rocking with one another. So that was really good to see. And Heather also helps her with her hair and everything. And her daily rise, they greet each other, and everything is cool and dandy with that. Yeah, that was really it.
Love the dress. I love the Cinderella colored dress. Pretty.
Yeah, she looked really cute. And I was like, what is this? What is this? Is this the closet room, Heather? I need this room that you have. Those. That was really, really nice. I think he was from Bosnia. His parents immigrated from Bosnia. So they're able to kind of just do their own thing, which I think is cool.
But I am happy that Heather is aware and trying to, nurture what her daughter has, because hers was not that good. They did talk about her.
Yeah.
Her son, and she did something that meant that dude told her, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. That's one. No, we're not doing that. So, I'm glad to see that Heather is that type of parent that didn't let something that got in her way. She's able to be open-minded and let her daughter do her.
And she's learning, I know, obviously, being young parents and stuff like that, you do grow up with your children or whatever. And I think this is another display of that, where she's really experiencing all these experiences her daughters are having now, whatever, since stepping away from religion. She's really going through the motions of all that too. She's living right there.
Vicarious.
Literally. Crazy. But then we move along to Whitney's prison pop-up shop event. Like I said before, it's a jewelry collection. I saw some cute pieces. Okay, Whitney. And Lisa arrives first. That's one thing I will say. Lisa, and I don't, again, it could be the narcissist thing, but Lisa loves to arrive first. I realize this. She gets there. They're doing their final touches and everything. Whitney lets Lisa know she did invite everyone. And Lisa then asks if Heather or Meredith is coming, and Whitney says no, because Heather's doing the prom stuff with her daughter, and then Meredith was down at her shop doing some stuff too. I don't know what.
We're gonna get a full picture of what that was, but yeah.
I don't know. They did a quick clip, which the only reason why y'all, Lisa was asking that is because these are her only two allies right at this moment. She doesn't know where Angie stands with her right now, because one minute she says that she has her back and she's on her side, and the next minute she says she's hugging all over Monica. So she can't count on her, and then her and Monica obviously are at odds too. So she's like, okay, probably freaking out in her head, right? So we get, a couple of flashbacks of them. Justin arrives, tells Whitney she looks really sexy, which I was like, okay, cool. Maybe you guys are getting your spark back. Good. We like that, right? And then Angie gets there, and her and Lisa says that she felt rather irritated, and after she left the conversation, continued with Monica, saying how Lisa doesn't want to believe she is in an abusive relationship. Lisa's like, girl, what? Like, I don't even know what kind of relationship she's in. That was the first time I've even been around her and her mom. Like, what are you even saying? I saw all of that for like 2 seconds on one occasion. So come on with that. Angie tries to speak, but is silenced by Lisa a couple times and told, let me finish. That girls had an issue with me since Palm Springs. All I said was I wouldn't speak to my mother that way. Angie is clearly trying to remain neutral, but that's going to be kind of hard because guess what? Then Monica arrived. What were you thinking at this moment?
I'm always thinking Lisa always minimize the scenario. So for me, I feel like you're half telling what's going on again. And so when you do a half thing like that, it feels like you don't want nobody to think of Monica as a victim, or, I just feel like she's trying to be the person that's the victim. And I don't understand why she does that. That's how I feel. I just, you did have a lot to say. You said that her mom is a beautiful, lovely lady. She's charming, but how could you know that? You didn't, like you said, you only had a 2-second in what you saw and woo woo wah. So
I think if anything, said that they were like, I wouldn't talk to my mother how you were talking to her. However, your mother, that's a piece of work. And like, two things could be true at the same time.
You said that.
I could not be talking to my mom like that, and then my mom also could not be talking to me like that. Like, it could just be two different things. I think that's what
me and Auntie Bernice see the same thing, and it's so funny because I didn't even look at her comment. It's up, but I have a lot of things that's blocking some stuff, so that's why I was looking up at the sky, so I didn't look at her comment, and then look at the comment like, oh, for real, that's where I'm at with it. But yeah, I just always feel like Lisa, she perpetuates. I feel like if you really want to get to the nucleus, why you just didn't call and ask Angie, what's up, girl? Like, I see y'all, you kikiing, like you could have been resolved some things, or even talking. I don't know. For me with Lisa, I'm at my wit's end. I feel like a lot of this she's bringing on herself. Even in this, when we get through this sound bath, I was just like, Lisa, I feel like Monica wrong too. Monica's wrong too, but I feel like Lisa in these moments is going to be way more, I guess aggressive is the word, but yeah, we're going to get to it. I don't want to get ahead of myself but yeah, I just don't like that Lisa never feels, I feel like her truth is half truths, and that those come back and bite you in the butt, because when they come to ask you, but what about this? You can't get out of it and be like, well, no, I did not say that. I just didn't tell you. Like, well, then how am I going to assess the argument or the conversation y'all had if you only tell me your one side and be biased and understand? You want it to fit your narrative. You want it to go in your slot. It's like, girl, that's not how it works. It's not how the real world works.
Yeah.
That's my assessment on Lisa at this moment. But like I'm with you. She makes me mad. Sometimes I can see her point, but then I feel like you put yourself in these situations now. You keep doing it instead of diffusing it.
I like that way about Monica and her mom though too.
That's true too.
Because why was she at Greek Easter anyway?
That's a good question. That's a good question. But I mean, it's family, and you always try to do with family. Family, we go up, we go down, we argue, we fuss, we fight. Yeah, that's my mom. I wanted her to come. I thought this would be a good way. I'm never going to just give up on her. If I give up on her, then what? She's the only person I got here. So no, I understand why she invited her mom. It's not might have not been the right thing to do if y'all not in a good space, but you do understand this family time, right?
I understand that it's not so easy for people to just cut people off or whatever. I'm just different, and
yeah, that Gemini don't play.
I just
that Gemini don't play.
Freaking scissors right here.
Circumcise you real quick.
But no, I mean I get it, but that's again, but even though that's still even a separate issue though. That's still an issue between Monica and her mom or whatever. If she chooses to letting her come in and wreak havoc in her life or whatever, then that's on her at the end of the day. But what we're talking about right here, right now, between Lisa and her, and I feel like Lisa though at the same time will come back and say, well, if that's between y'all and your mom or whatever, and I got no business commenting on that, then you don't have any business commenting on me being materialistic, because how does that affect you?
Does not.
They just need to not talk.
That's a good point.
And then I'm gonna live over here and have my issues. We just two different type of people that you don't agree with how I do certain stuff. I don't agree with how you do certain stuff, and it is what it is. I think instead of Angie being a pick me for me, I think it's more of like she wants to be friends, I think, with everybody, or she wants to be friends with everybody. She wants to be cool with everybody. She wants to, which people are probably like, that's a pick me. What are you talking about? But I think she does it in a way of like, she just wants everybody she wants to be well liked, and she wants to like people as well. I don't think she's doing it from like I think that's just truly how she is.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's her character.
Like, just gather everybody in her arms and just like everybody, and vice versa. That's what she gives me. Because look at how in the beginning of this episode, I was shocked when her and Angie and Monica sat down immediately and everything in the beginning of this episode, because I think that we're so used to seeing there be this whole like drawn out, like we could sit down, or we usually would see them making arrangements to have to sit down and stuff like that. And one person might shy away, or one person might, we didn't see any of that. Next thing we knew, we turned on the screen and they was just sitting down like nothing happened. So I think that speaks to Angie's character, where she genuinely, she seems like a person that she might actually give too many chances to. She might be that type of person that gives too many chances.
Evidently. I do think that she's just a sweet spirited person, and maybe she's just not with the chaos. That's why but I mean, when going back to Jen Shaw, when that happened with her, it's like
too many chances right there, because we couldn't even be after that. After you did that, no.
So yeah, I don't know. I just hope that she don't let people run over her, which is.
I think she just said.
Oh yeah, that's what she said. She said that.
Like she might just be a giving person that just, I don't know, that just be giving too much of themselves, and then they get burnt.
Well, here's the thing: these girls will get her together to where that she probably won't be like this for long, and I don't mean that.
Yeah, unfortunately,
her skin is gonna get a little tougher, So I think this might, like I said, might change her, but then we might see a difference in her. Even
she's not to pick a side. She can't play neutral. She's going to have to pick a side. Otherwise, yes, people will call her a pick me. Like, so she'll figure it out. She'll figure it out by next season. Sure. Hopefully. Final scene, y'all. Angie goes over to this is like the last half of the prison party or whatever. Angie goes over to greet Monica, and she like almost immediately brings up the situation. That was another thing where I was like, see, you can't do that. Like, if I was her, I would just stay all the way out of it. But she pretty much immediately brings it up. and she feels caught in the middle. And Monica says that that's because of Lisa. Like, you don't see me bringing it up. I didn't even bring this up. Exhibit A, you were bringing this up to me. I'm not even the one that said anything.
5 minutes. Been here 5 minutes. Been here five good minutes.
5 minutes. All of 5 minutes. I haven't even like got a drink yet. But yeah, she feels caught in the middle. And meanwhile, Lisa's over there. Her and Whitney are sitting down together, and Lisa attempts to bring up the situation as well, because she got somebody to finally listen to her. But Whitney immediately shut that down. She was like, I gotta give a speech. And if somebody else comes over here, and then before we know, she's off. She about to give her speech. And I wasn't mad at that at all. And more so from the whole being objective, this is her event at the end of the day or whatever. Like, I feel like that was one of those it's all about me, Lisa moments, because girl, this is her event. Why would you try to go fill her head up with anything else or anything like that? That shows that you don't really care. Ugh. And Lisa was just sitting there stuck looking stupid.
Let me get my drink.
You literally, when Lisa goes to Angie, who's still with Monica, mind you, the drama then begins. She tries to like rescue her from her or whatever. And Monica's like, that's what we're not going to do. They begin to go back and forth. No one wants to be your mother, clearly. I felt like that was something that Lisa shouldn't have said. That was not cool at all. Ooh, it just got dark in here. The sun I don't know what happened.
Wow, couple.
That was weird. Monica lets Lisa know that she doesn't know about the situation to say that she doesn't treat her mother nicely. FYI. Well, based on what I saw, you like your minions, is what Monica said. And I was kind of like, I didn't really understand why she used that, but whatever. And meanwhile, in the midst of all of this, Whitney is trying to give her speech, and she's up there, and I did feel bad or whatever. And she got to her wits end though at the same time, y'all, because all I hear is Lisa Barlow. She yelled at Lisa because they were literally bantering back and forth, and everybody else's attention is looking forward at Whitney and her speech and everything. So then Lisa takes upon herself to remove herself by saying, I'm trying to enjoy the sound bath. And she starts apparently trying to like ignore Monica over here. So she like moves in a different direction. The whole time Angie's there like just looking in the middle once again. And I think this is when Monica said something along the lines of like, she tried to shade her age again. Like, she was like, oh yeah, older.
She said she got to enjoy the sound bath. She said, that's what other people like. That's what other people or need or something.
The second time. And Angie, she wasn't having it. She was not having it. She was like, look, so what we're not going to do is have you keep taking jabs and stuff like that. Because I'm actually older than both of them. So that's what we're not going to do. And they're just standing there looking stupid. Then Lisa's like, please stop talking to me, like super obnoxious. And I don't know why Lisa would still stand there. If you didn't want that to occur, then if I was Lisa, I would just went to a whole different side of the party. But she stays standing there though, and knowing that someone like Monica, we've seen that Monica is all into something. Once she's starting.
Monica almost cussed her mama out. Monica almost cussed her mama out at somebody else's house. Why do you think she gonna stop talking to you?
You don't get to tell me what to do. I was she's like a child. Something about street smarts. I think Monica said something about she has street smarts, and I was confused how that came into play as well. The Lisa and Angie get into it a little bit, and Lisa's like, it's not that deep. And finally, Whitney comes over to tell them to kind of move because people are trying to check out and they're kind of blocking like the checkout line or whatever. And they disperse, and it's Lisa and Whitney, and then it's Monica and Angie. And I completely understand why Whitney was pissed off, and you could see in her face she did actually genuinely look pissed off. Lisa's like, look at them over there hugging, and she talked about her marriage, because then we look over here and they were hugging, which was kind of, I was whatever, but where that episode ends off with all of that.
That whole scene was crazy. The fact that, like you said, Lisa could have walked away at any moment. She did not. She thought that she was going to win an argument with Monica. Like I said, you should have peeped how she argued with her mom. So if you think you about to shut her up, you got another thing coming, so you should have walked away. Monica had me when she said, girl, you're like a tramp stamp. You want to be seen. I said, girl, you better tell her.
I was just
like a tramp stamp. I said, oh, okay. That and to read about the street smarts, this is what she told her. She said, with auntie acting up. Lisa thinks she's more like, yeah, absolutely. Monica tell her what she said. You do realize there are several forms of intellectual capabilities in the brain, and street smarts is actually the number one, and you don't have any, and that's why you're mad. I said, wait, what? Huh? She don't care about nobody's street smarts. I said,
all this extra stuff got thrown into it, and I'm like, sound bath, like, right? Those are two people that is we're not gonna confuse the situation. So
can we enjoy? Okay, so first of all, that's for old people. I know I'm an old person, so girl, there you go, Monica. Talk about old people. I do that sometimes just to reason out. So if that's what an old person do, which I am an old person, I guess that's what we're gonna do. But yeah,
apparently you're ancient according to Monica. I don't know.
Man, I must be. Lord have mercy. But yeah, I felt like Lisa should have just walked away from it. Poor Angie. I feel like Angie should have walked away from it. That's who should have walked away. Angie should have went into the bushes like Homer Simpson. Y'all not about to do me like this. Y'all can break each other, hit each other, argue with one another. I'm out of it. That's what she should have did. And the fact that Lisa does son Angie, shut up, don't talk, hush up, snatch away, girl, I've been and bopped you.
They were real, like, and that's another thing too, that I'm like, oh, I see, y'all can only do this over here clearly, because they're the ones. This wasn't even the closest.
Oh my gosh, please! Oh, and I was just like, her face. First of all, she got in her face a couple of times. She's the one that raised her voice. She was the one raising her voice. Monica was talking to her in this voice. Lisa, you need to knock it off. And Lisa wanted a scene because she thought everybody was going to come. Lisa, girl, nobody likes you like that. Lisa, it don't even look like you had any other friends in that room. That's weird. You're from there. You sell Vita vodka. Why are you so had to go talk to Whitney? Sat there and tortured Angie until Monica got there, and there was no other people that I saw her talk to. She didn't buy nothing either. So nothing made me mad. She didn't buy nothing. Neither did Monica. And I expecting Monica to, because she ain't got the money. But why did you not buy? Why is Whitney the one gets penalty for you two bickering? How dare y'all? I wouldn't invite y'all to another month, nothing of mine. And we talking about gems, stones, chakras. Are y'all not? Yeah. I mean, she got a whole, what she call her, a stoneologist, gemologist. And then she had the chakra relay. Like, she put thought into her jewelry. And here y'all go, just told her scene, just tore it up. I was mad at Justin. He should have told him to leave. When she called out Lisa Barlow, she still went over. You was called out and you still talked loud. And you still got in Monica's face. And you still got louder with her. And the fact that you did that means you don't respect nobody in that room, especially Whitney. because you should have shut up and walked away. Just like Monica said, you older, you should have took your older self over there and go sit down on the couch. Why are you arguing with this younger lady? Younger lady, 10 years younger than you. Why are you arguing with her? What you should have showed her was, girl, I'm not about to argue with you. What I'm not going to do is argue with you. What I want, I'm not about to entertain. Instead of keep saying that to her. That's what I'm not talking to you. Or, I was just, that scene was kind of triggering. All in her face. And she told you keep getting in my face with your hands. And she's like, no, you did it to me. I'm like, Lisa, she didn't do that to you. You keep doing it to her. Lisa wants a narrative to be changed. Every time she does something, she wants to change. You can't have it that way.
I agree. Yeah, I would have walked away because at that point, you guys were all looking stupid then. Huh? Wait, it's breaking up, or is it just me? Say again.
It's breaking up for you. You can't hear me.
Good. I couldn't for a second.
Okay, I'm like, oh no, because a little while ago you were sounding like a little robot, but it had went away, so I didn't say anything. But
Wi-Fi, my own. Okay, I'm good. Yeah, that could have been avoided, and at the end of the day, regardless of who was right or wrong in the situation, I'm always going to be the bigger person, especially there, because it's going to just make me look bad. I'm just going to go over here because no, you're not able to interrupt the sound bath and the whole whatever. Yeah, that was really it for this. Do you wanna do the next one, or want me to do
it? I don't mind you getting into it. So I'll just start. I'll start it a little bit. So episode 10, y'all. Make sure you guys like the video if y'all have not. I know we got some new people in here. Thank y'all. Welcome. We appreciate y'all for being here. So make sure you like it up, share, subscribe to our channel, all that good stuff. So yeah, episode 10, Mormons Get a Bad Rap. Boy, if that title wasn't right. So anyway, of course, Heather was seeking out her venue for a book event. So they started off with that, but they chop up stuff. So the actual scene starts off with Lisa goes over to Whitney's house and has a chat, and it kind of those scenes, they do all that. Yeah, Lisa couldn't get a gate to save her life. If a dog was chasing her, she'd have got bit up. She can open that gate. He was like,
it
was crazy.
It was so funny, but yeah.
It was funny. So yeah, she goes over to Whitney's house to have a chat. It definitely goes a little to the left. Heather ended up calling and asked Lisa to sing and introduce her at her event. And Lisa's like, I'm at Whitney's house, my bestie. And I'm like, wait, what? You're what? And then even when he was like, one of them said like 2 peas in a pod. I'm like, when y'all been 2 peas in a pod? But okay, y'all like it, I love it. And so in my notes I put Lisa never takes accountability for nothing, raising her voice, getting upset. Okay, so because I figured you was gonna do what you did. I hit this one the way you would tell it, and then I would come back behind you. So if you want to go in depth, mine is not in depth. My first one I did was in depth. Our notes was like spot together. Like right now on this one, I knew you was gonna do that, so I was like, I'll just have my key points. So, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. So they're at her house. Whitney, she was still in her PJs, which I know she apologized for it. She said she was like super burnt out, I guess, because she had the prison event, she had Bobby's birthday. She said something about Justin too. I don't know if he's out of town or what, but she's exhausted. And yeah, Heather calls her, asks her about the book event and all that, and how she wants her to be a part of that. Whitney's like, oh my god, now we have to read the book. Now we have to read the book, and that just goes to show again that yeah, they have no intentions. They just don't feel like reading the book. So Lisa's also not trying to, thank you. Lisa's not trying to take the blame for like anything, of course, which I mean, again, we're not surprised by that. In the confessional, Lisa's like, she's not trying to hear it. She's like, we didn't forget about Coach Shaw's birthday party, and you know, you're chastising me about being disruptive or whatever. And I was like, ooh, awkward. So she does render like a half very Lisa-esque apology in the end, but only before saying how she was hurt by Angie's actions. Like, I might have did this, but it was Angie's actions that caused me to do this. Or the greater picture here is that Angie's actions are just not consistent with what she's been saying, and it made me feel some type of way. Whitney references the hug because when she was on her way out or whatever, Lisa made mention about how Angie and Monica were hugging. So Whitney does feel like Angie may have had some like weird sense to like want to please Lisa. And that again, y'all, just goes back to what I said before about me feeling like Angie's the type of person that just likes to be on good terms with everybody, and she just she wants to be friends and be good with everybody all at once. So that would make sense if you ask me. And this is when Whitney says, Whitney makes mention that it can be very difficult to talk to Lisa because Lisa only sees things from Lisa's perspective. And that is pretty much, y'all, what we've been saying this whole time, that Lisa has a very skewed way of looking at things through just Lisa lenses. Whitney then has to get Lisa together because her kids, mainly her son, had came downstairs or whatever. He was thinking that they were arguing because it was there's a lot of voices being raised, I guess. And Whitney's like, you know, we don't do this in my house. Like, you're upset my kids. Like, we just need to bring it on down. I don't speak like this in my house. And that's what I was kind of referring to before about when Whitney didn't want Mary to come to the party, because she does seem to be a person that likes to really pay close attention to what her children are exposed to. And that probably goes as far back to when she was younger and the traumas and stuff that she went through. Like, she's just very tuned into what her kids are exposed to. And I think that's I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But that was really mainly it for that first scene, I want to say.
Yeah. The thing about that scene is the fact that Lisa would not shut up. When Whitney was trying to tell her, you know, calm down, or really trying to tell her, like, I really don't talk like that. I'm trying to really, where the problem was is that Lisa kept saying, I understand. She couldn't get a complete sentence out, though, before Lisa was saying, I understand. And Lisa makes this thing with her mouth when she's really, really irritated. She pouts her mouth and she makes this look like, are y'all done talking to me? Are y'all done doing what you're doing? Are you done? Because I'm about to lose it. And so she kept making this face that I can't stand. The fact that somebody has to tell, the first thing she said to when Whitney brought it up, Whitney said, you guys got loud. And the first thing she said was, well, what did I say? I'm like, first of all, do you remember she called you out? And if I tell you was loud at my event and you know you were loud, that's where you apologize and say, yeah, you're right, I was loud. The fact that you started off to tell Whitney, well, she started it like you're 5 years old, that's a problem. Don't tell me who started it. It don't matter who started, who finished it, none of that. You're involved. Take accountability for what you're involved in. Stop with the, well, she started it. And what did I say? What did I do? Girl, don't make me read you down. I'm not your mother. You know what you did. You were there. You were yelling and screaming and acting as a damn fool. And at my event, and now you're doing it here. And I'm trying to talk to you and tell you, you know, I just don't want to do that at my house. And you're keep over talking her. That girl. I was ready to go through the dang on TV. Like, Lisa, you can't take 2 seconds off yourself. 2 seconds off yourself to listen to what Whitney is trying to tell you, because Whitney's not an enemy. And I feel like you about to start treating her like one. Like, don't do that. Listen to what she's telling you. She's literally telling you something. Like, there's gems being dropped and you're not listening because you're so busy trying to tell me about what I'm doing or what she was doing, what Monica was doing. Because it was Monica. No, it took both of y'all to argue because it was y'all. And I love that Whitney didn't back down and told her, no, both of y'all, you both wrong. Y'all both almost got thrown out. Yeah, that's what it was going to be. Like, oh, yeah. Lisa showed her true colors again in that scene. She really irritated me. I was not here for Lisa in that scene right there. I was just like, girl, shut up. Okay, I'm done.
Oh no, I don't know. I feel you. I definitely. I love that was one of those really good things that Whitney said that she sometimes says, and I'm like, wow, that made so much sense.
And she's
from her perspective, and that's what she tries to like preach after the fact. Is like, no, this is exactly how it happened. This is what occurred. This is how I felt. But did you remember that other people have feelings too, and that their rendition of how things went down can also be plausible? Like, do we never anyway. And yeah, I hope I can see though that if she keeps this up, she probably will be at odds with Whitney because she needs someone to completely and only take her side and only side with her. Otherwise, yes, they are going to be 100% against her.
Don't that make you think about how the fact that her and Meredith are not friends no more and how close they used to be and the way they were? I was like, dang, I bet you she missed that because it used to be them two. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's, I would feel like Lisa has been the same way this whole time. So Meredith has that snobby thing about her, but now that they're not friends, I look at them like, dang, y'all like totally different now, like two different people. How was y'all even so close?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don't you look at it like I just things that made me go, they used to be so close and now they're just like totally different people.
I can understand that. I can totally understand that. I know people in personal life that I'm like, how are you guys so close? Me. I've looked at past friendships and stuff like that, people that I'm no longer friends with for whatever reasons. And I'd be like, how did that even used to happen? Like, who are you? Whatever.
Time and space. A time and a space. I will start this scene up, even though I don't have a lot written down. It's not a lot to talk about it, but I will bring the scene up because I know you've been talking a lot. So we head over to Mary's house with those big old pretty doors.
Oh my God.
Beautiful house. The house, I said the doors. She can't even open the door. Oh my God. I love the way that looks, girl.
Too. I don't want it to be white, but I love that.
No, I wouldn't want it to be white either. I think she could have even went red on this thing. But I just love that look. I love that arch. I love the way the door look. I like how little Heather looks. I was like, Heather looks like a little tiny little thing in this picture. Then that means those vases that's on the side, those things is as big as her.
I feel like there should be fire in those.
Oh my gosh, that would be dope. That would be so dope.
No, Mary's a nice house. It's just decorated.
Oh my God. Yeah, so she couldn't barely open this door. And I was like, is it that the door is heavy? Is it that the floor is too high? Is it that y'all didn't do the measurements right? Is it the front of the door flap that's pulling it and you can't pull it? I don't want you to be struggling that hard to open the door. Mary tells Heather, oh, you got all dressed up for me? And I'm thinking, that's not dressed up. But okay. And Mary absolutely face beat for the gods. She looks so pretty to me. I didn't like her. her wig needed to be plucked, and it felt like it was flipping all kind of ways and wasn't flipped the right way. So yeah, I agree with that. I do agree with that. We walk in and we see, in Heather's word, Dr. Seuss type things. Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory. Yes, that part. It's
Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory.
Yeah, I think that's what she said. I'm just saying, there's just, just it's like fairy tale-y kind of. I don't know.
I love those chairs, though. I feel like you love
my I was watching with my goddaughter, and I said that's like, those chairs are amazing, and I love that she. Now, what I don't, if that was an all black and white room and those chairs was the pop of color, that would have been dope. I don't particularly like that she got the turquoise underneath, that turquoise bottom, and I love turquoise, but that vintage turquoise at the bottom on top of those Chanel where those pillows were, I was like, I'm not feeling that part. But those chairs were definitely amazing. Those chairs was amazing. I love the way all of it you can see while you sitting and you still see the back of the chair. I love chairs like that.
Mary does have some gems, I will say that.
Yes, and I like the fact that Heather said, Mary's house is like her character, or like her personality. It's a little bit of everything. You get a little bit of everything, but she lives a really rich life. They sit down and we find out why Mary really invited her over. She told her, I just, I want to ask you about the book, and the part that you put about me. And Heather is like, oh, okay, so did you read the whole book? Or she's like, oh, well, no, see, what I did, I thumbed through it. I thumbed through it, but I read the part about me. Eyes booked. Her eyes get so big. Yeah, I read the part about me, and those were untruths. Those are lies. What are you doing? Why would you? What are you saying? She's like, no. And of course, they go back and they read, the excerpt from the book, and it's spot on to it was spot on to what should have been said about Mary out of Heather's mouth. Sorry. And she did throw caution. She didn't put it out there all harshly, because she could have said some really harsh things about Mary, because Mary was not nice to nobody. So
still isn't.
Not at all. And the fact that she would double down on calling Heather inbred. First of all, they came together. Well, we thought they was coming together because, we've been, I guess Mary says, I felt the connection with us. I don't know. Heather said maybe it was our spiritual connection, both with our religious connections. And Mary's like, yeah, whatever. And I'm thinking, that is not it. Y'all don't even come from the same kind of church. What are y'all talking about right now? That don't even make sense, but okay. So yeah, Mary double down and says that, I think you look inbred. And that's when Heather's like, so okay, well, thanks, for having me. It's really a nice time. And okay. And I was just like, what are we doing here? Like, I didn't get that scene. I get it, Mary, you're mad that Heather said this about you. And what Heather's gonna write a book, and you can see how hard it is to be nice, nasty. Like, go ahead and try it. She was like,
it was just honesty. I don't remember what she said. She said that she was bougie something. And I don't think that was a lie. Just like, I don't think that Mary necessarily says things to be mean. I think she just says what she thinks and truly believes. I think she truly believes that that's what she looks like. So then I'm just speaking my mind. Like, that's how she rationalizes it in her mind, probably. Like, I'm just speaking my mind. And how you feel about it is how you feel. Like, that's literally what I think goes on in Mary Cosby's head.
I think you're right. I think you're right. I think you're very right when you say that. It's not wrong in her head. It's like, unless you point it out to her. And what did she apologize? Did she? Mary apologized.
I don't
she
remember.
Did. She apologized.
move on in the world of, or they were able to end on a positive enough note in the world of Housewives. So I think that there was some type of resolution, I guess.
Okay. So we head over to Meredith and Seth's house.
I'm laughing because
why?
every time we talk about it, we're like, I don't know what's be going on with him.
That dude was on the microphone like, I said, what is wrong with him?
I don't know.
And remember I told you I feel like he'd be on the red cup a lot, but I was like, ain't this early morning? Maybe he got espresso in his coffee.
I don't know.
I'm not judging him. Trust me, I'm not, because I love a little nip in my coffee. I'm just saying he does the weirdest things, and I don't know, he just throws me for something. I just can't put my foot on it. But I enjoy their relationship right now. I'm glad they're not at odds right now. So we get over to them. They're about to do their podcasting. Meredith thinks she thinks that she is computer lit. She is trying to figure out how to get this computer going and what she needs to get the session going. And, so they're trying to figure all that out. They think they are talking. Everybody got the earphones on. We're talking. And right, I've heard that. And so Meredith and him have a really great moment that I can appreciate. I really could appreciate this moment. The fact that, what started off, they said that they have a prenup. She said, no, I had a post-nut. And the reason why she had the post-nut, because when things got rocky, she was scared that she was going to lose the kids and didn't know where that they were going to go. So she got a post-nut done. And so Seth was like, lose the kids. Wait, what you talking about? Like, wait, what? And so then he goes to tell her that, he wasn't there for her emotionally and for her or the kids, that he basically was the provider. And that was his role. He went out and worked and he came home and provided for the family, but he didn't give no homework time. He didn't give no after school time. It was strictly financial. And that's heartbreaking, but that's a lot of people's stories. And so yeah, it's something. And so he ends up crying, and he got very emotional that when he apologized to her and told her he was sorry, that he wasn't emotionally there for her. And what's funny is Meredith didn't cry right here, but she was really rubbing his hands and watching him and stuff. And I broke down on this thing. I watched it twice and I broke down both times because I know that's hard to say, not just to your spouse, but you literally got to say that to your kids. And I'm sure he has not said that to his kids just yet, and I feel like he probably will. So I just, in those moments, I was just like, oh, I love a light bulb moment for a father to recognize something. And it's not a fault. It's that the fact that you recognized it, and now you know, and now you understand. And I just wish more people could do that. What the Ice Queen see is left back husband.
Stop it.
Hey, I don't know what they podcast numbers is doing. I have no idea. Maybe all the time.
I appreciated that scene, and it makes a lot of sense, and it's very, very real, because if people really do be living those types of lives, and one person might be thinking that their job in the relationship is to do this, but it's really not meeting the needs of the other person or the family as a whole, because clearly it wasn't even just about what she needed. You let down a lot of people. But I mean, they were able to move past it, so that's cool. But
they weren't taping on their podcast.
Yeah. Luckily, Bravo was, so hopefully,
right. Thank God.
Hopefully, they were able to somehow merge that, because that was if everything is genuine, yeah, then that was a really, really, really real scene that a lot more people can probably empathize with. And if that's what they're giving on their podcast, then good. Right. Because someone out there could definitely use it, I'm sure. And I wish them the best going forward. And it also is important to note, which you might have said it, but that when she did the post up or whatever, yeah, it was just because to protect the whole, it was just about the kids and everything. It was nothing in their financial. So I think that was also another important thing to kind of paint the picture with. But yeah, they seem to genuinely be in a good place, because it takes that for someone to even admit that. Clearly they're in a better place. Otherwise he wouldn't have probably even admitted that. And she was, there being of support. So good for them. Good for them.
I really like that scene. Auntie Bernice, I agree. Heather probably did not need to mention Mary in the book. I don't know why. That's why we have the book. Me and Barb, we do have the book. We need to go over that book so that we can bring it to you guys. And I don't know. I would have to read the book to find out why is Mary in the book. Because what are we talking about with Mary? Like why is she here? Why is she here, people? Okay. So we head over to Monica's house. Where her mom thought, I guess she thought she was going to go try and fix some things.
Why does that little girl still have a pacifier? Okay, anyway.
Oh, that baby big. Oh my God.
She's 5 or 6.
Oh no, that's too. Oh, her teeth are going to be messed up. Okay. So Monica's mom comes over. Monica is like, lock the door behind me. I guess her nanny, is that her nanny or? Oh no, she's like, lock the door behind me. You guys stay in here. And
that was the oldest daughter.
That was the oldest daughter? Okay. I mean, like, she's
watch the younger ones. I don't want her in here. So.
Right. So I was just like, okay. So she goes outside. Yeah, it was like, oh, mom's car is back and everything. So they outside. She outside with her mom with her jacket on, like she ain't coming in this house. And she goes outside, and her mom says, I brought you a gift.
Literally, right there.
Monica said, first, this is not no gift. Like, this is the car you took from me, my car. And this is how we can tell Linda likes to sweep things under the rug. I think that her mom,
person that likes to sweep things under. Look at her face.
It looks like she things can happen and then it's done for her. Like, but not done. I'm talking about things that have real issues. She try to sweep those under the rug. You can't sweep real issues under the rug. That's a problem. Like you're gonna sweep up. Oh, you didn't do the dishes today. You can sweep that kind of crap under the rug. You can't sweep up. You didn't took my car and said you was gonna report it stolen. You can't sweep that up under the rug, baby girl. You old enough to know that. So Monica's mom come over there trying to have a peace offering with her own car, and that's just dumb. And so she's like, maybe we should try and do counseling. Monica's like, we did that. She's like, no, like now we really need it because me and you, we need to break this generational curse. Monica eyeballs must have almost rolled out of her head. Like, are you kidding me, lady? I am a mother of how many kids you got? 3, 4. 4 daughters, and you talking about breaking a generational curse right now? Are you kidding me? Okay, so Monica is not trying to give her mom the time of day. Monica's mom looks exactly the way she should look, sorry and pathetic, because you are. I don't understand your point of view. I don't understand your motherhood. I don't understand your grandmotherhood. I don't understand nothing about you, lady. Nothing about you. And I'm going to need you to go get help. Quick, fast, in a hurry. Okay? Because in a minute, they're going to need to strap on one of those self-hugging sweaters on you. Okay? You are out of control. Seriously. You haven't even checked in with your granddaughters to see how they feel about you or what's going on. Or I'm a mom, I'm a grandmother, and I can't get down with nothing she does. So she ends up, Monica, did Monica even give her an answer about them going to?
She said she'll have to think about it, or she'll have to mull it over. She basically has to think about it.
She ends up saying, well, I'm gonna go on and get in the house. And that's when Bobo's like, well, can you take me home? She's like, oh no, it's a really nice day out here. It's really a pretty day. And she's like, wait, what? She said, can you, I don't know the oldest daughter name, but Shaq, can my grandbaby take me home? She was like, no, you can go ahead and walk home. And so she commenced to walking, but not before she was like, what did she say? Are you freaking kidding me? And I'm thinking to myself, are you freaking kidding me? You the one who took the girl's car. You got to be freaking kidding me. How dare you, when you took this lady's, not just her car, them is your grandkids that need to get around. This girl had to go rent a car. And you thought she was going to take you home. The
I can't. That's probably my favorite, most satisfying part of the episode. Linda, she has a BSing type voice, and I say that with full confidence, knowing that even Monica said herself that the times that she did go to therapy and stuff like that, she comes in not as herself. She comes in as just completely just not what we see. So I don't really think that therapy will be much use to them. And I said this before, unless both people are receptive to it. And if you're coming in not yourself, that means you're not receptive to it. So she can say all this all she wants, but I don't believe that she's willing to or wanting to change, because every time anything's brought up, it's downplayed and it's just like, well, what was I supposed to do? Or oh well, or it was only that was only like one time. Or
no, my favorite one is, what was I supposed to do, Monica? You asking your daughter what you were supposed to do at that age when she was a kid? Why are you asking your daughter that?
Weird. But yeah, I hope she had a lot of time to think about those things as she walked home in the cold. Because she really did make this bed and she's just gonna have to lie in it. I there's a lot of things that we've been scrutinizing Monica about during this episode, but this is not one of them. I think that mother, she's something else.
Toxic. Real. She is walking toxic.
I don't blame her not wanting her to come in. I just hope that Monica sticks to her guns. That's all I really, really, really want to see, because she can say all this too, but next episode we could see them in therapy, or next season we could see that she done moved in the house with them. Like, I hope she does continue to protect her peace and her kids' peace, because that lady in her current state does not mean them no well. So that she is a chaos and confusion, and the only way Monica is going to have peace is to set her boundaries or cut her out completely. This is exactly what I was basically trying to say. She should have peace, because it's just going to be the same circus every time she sees fit. Every time she sees fit, she's going to take the car. Every time every time we're in an argument, or you're mad at me or I'm mad at you, you want to take the car, or you want to try to chastise me like I'm a little kid or something. Like, it's not going to change, because there's no incentive for her to change currently. She's got to want to change. She's got to see herself for who she is before she can even make any changes. So
I feel Monica's mom needs to go get therapy for herself, and then she can go have family therapy with her daughter. But until she's able to learn how to listen wholeheartedly and comprehend what is being told to her, it's not going to work. So I don't feel like it's probably going to be a lot of arguing if they go to counseling together right now, because her mom needs to figure some things out about herself. To me, that's
she's got some deep issues. She doesn't even know it. That's the thing.
That's why she needs to go talk to somebody.
Every time we bring it up, every time Monica brings it up, it's all like, I'm fine. I'm like, she doesn't even know the severity.
That rug she didn't put everything under is so big. She sits on that mountain.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all. But,
so we head over to Heather's book event. Right? So we head over to Heather's book event. Meredith, Monica, Angie, and Lisa all come to the event, of course, and everybody else that she invited, but I was just talking about those core ladies. Lisa was invited, of course, because she was doing the introduction and all. Angie, what was you about to say?
No, I seen in my notes that I guess for some reason at this point, Lisa must have said something along the lines of her being in a weird place with Whitney. So there you have it. I think we mentioned it before that she shouldn't have an issue with Whitney or anything like that. But as of right now, she has an issue or it's weird between her and Whitney.
Right, because she couldn't respect Whitney's house.
And she didn't see things the same way. So
yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Whitney didn't have her Lisa lenses on. We're sorry. So Angie said she hadn't spoke to Lisa in a couple of days, and they speak like 85 times a day. So that was strange, and she felt iced out. She was sitting by herself, looking real cute, might I add. I really like the way she does her hair.
who?
That's Angie. I like the little ponytail, little braids and stuff, but I also like at her Easter dinner the way she had her little pieces of hair and some of it was raised up, and I don't know, the girl got it going on. That Greek little lady got it going on for me. Angie does. So yeah, we find out they have not been talking to each other, and so Angie kind of stayed sitting down and didn't get up or whatever. But every day, so Angie knew that something was up. Meredith and Monica. What did I put? I don't even know what I just put there.
Monica pulls Meredith to the side to fill her in on what happened at the.
I guess that's what I was supposed to put, but something went all the way crazy right there. So yeah, I guess she pulled it to the side, right? You can finish right there. I don't want to mess up.
Yeah, she pulls her to the side to fill her in on what went down at the Prism event. Things got really nasty, and Lisa told her that her mom doesn't even want her. We remember that. And of course, Meredith's like, she said that to you? And I feel like although it was a nasty thing to say, I do feel like Monica tried to pull Alisa a little bit with saying that because she knew that Meredith was not going to be cool with knowing that somebody said something like that, especially because we know that Meredith has a good relationship with her mom. So Meredith suggests that she'd have more success if she gives a reaction instead of a response. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense.
I have to listen to that one. That one. Skinky said to me one more time what she said.
Best if she gives a reaction instead of a response. Or she'd have more success if she gives a response instead of a
reaction. Yes.
Yeah. But in this situation and in the previous one, she's quick to give a reaction instead of taking what they're saying and responding more calmly. Of course, I said that. Then Lisa gives performance of Away in a Manger, which I was like, it was kind of weird, but okay.
Why are we here?
Share a Snicker, of which Lisa immediately clocks. So this is just adding more fuel to the fire that's already been started. And Lisa, of which Angie has been more chummy with Monica than she would like. Then Heather then comes out. They're joined on stage by a whole bunch of people in church robes. And Lisa delivers another cringy like rap at this point. I was so confused. I guess this is one of those things you kind of had to be there, I'm assuming. Then they take like a really Heather reads some of her book. Then they take a group selfie, and Heather's receiving her congratulations from everyone. She's signing a couple books, and she says in her confessional that this has been the best year of her life. And I think she also, I don't know if it was right at this part, but it was during the scene, she tells her daughters that she is going to go forth with writing the second part of the book. They basically give her blessing. It is what it is. Lisa and Heather have a good conversation after this and agree to make room for understanding both of their experiences and both of their journeys. I'm like, hallelujah. Thank God. Angie approaches Meredith. Also, Monica's still standing there, by the way, and she lets her know that she knows she was making threats and threatening her family to ruin them. Meredith says she's very sorry. It hurt her feelings. Let's move on, and I will move on too. Kiss, kiss, hug, hug. I'm gonna see myself out over here. She walks away. And Heather, and then Heather tells her daughters about the book again. But that was, yeah, I don't unless I forgot something. I think that was really it. It didn't go down like how it went down at the Prism event, y'all. So right. I guess that's at least. But how do you feel about Heather writing the part 2?
With exactly what the daughter said. If you're writing this book for healing, then be by all means. If you writing this book to go against the Mormons for whatever reason, then don't do that. That's just negative. Which I know she didn't do that. So I know when they say that to their mom, they know that she didn't do that. They know that was a healing process. Yeah, I don't mind her, but I gotta write the first book to see. Girl, that's how I feel. Or rap.
It's so weird.
Why are you rapping? You can't sing or rap. Don't do that. It's a rap when you're rapping, okay? And we did find out that Monica's mom took in missionary when they were younger, or fed the missionaries that were around in their neighborhood as well. So I thought that was kind of okay. That's something to, she said they were like big brothers to her and another outlet to talk to and stuff. So I thought that was kind of cool. Another fun fact about her and her mom, because there ain't much to go on. We always hear all the negative things about, Monica's upbringing and stuff. So it was cool to know that was something that she cherished and something that she liked. The story that Heather told about out of her book, the excerpt that she did take, I was like, okay, it just, I don't know, it was like a what you say?
I said, yeah, like that was good. I can handle that.
Yeah, that was a nice little excerpt to come out of, and I was here for her, of course, the signing of the book, and just hearing other people's stories. That there was a guy that walked over to her and said, I stayed in the Mormon church for my parents, but I needed to get out. I didn't want to be part of that, and I'm sure she is. The book is doing what it's supposed to do, which is giving other people that have a similar feeling that Heather has about Mormonism, that don't have an outlet or don't know how to get out or whatever the case may be. Same thing with like Scientology, like I was talking about of our, back when. I just feel like, it's so much bigger than Heather, and I know she knows that. And as she does this book signing, and the more people that talk to her, that's what's going to make her want to write another book. That's what's going to fuel it.
She has to focus on the people that the book is for, and not the people that it's not for.
That part.
I think she's been focusing too much on the people that are not cool with that, instead of there is an audience for it. Focus on that.
Yes, and that's where she needs to go to. So, and as far as Lisa worried about somebody kikiing in the stands, which Monica was being funny, but I don't think them two were the only two that was laughing. I think that
daughters even look kind of like confused, like, what is going on here?
What is going on here? So I was just like, girl, you nitpicking. And Monica's still, that is immature. Just sit there and don't, because to me, I feel like you're putting Angie again in the middle. The more you keep saying you don't want to do that, the more you talk to Angie and do stuff and snicker with her and elbow her while Lisa can see you, I feel like you're putting Angie in a bad position. And I don't know if you're doing it purposely, but if you're doing subconsciously, please wake your conscience up and find out. Like, don't put Angie in the middle of it, because Angie is not strong enough just yet to stand up to you guys yet. It's coming though. Trust me.
I feel it. And then we close this episode with, and it's might be coming. Who knows? The next scene. Who knows? Because we end this episode with Lisa and Angie. She's still feeling like she doesn't understand why Angie's acting the way she is. So I guess she invited her over to her house, and Angie shows up. We didn't see what all that they're going to talk about, but they do hug at least. So I'm hoping that they'll be able to move forward or whatever. And I say that because it's just, as a audience member, we like, or at least I speak for myself when I say that I like seeing the women get along more than not, because then when it's like divided and you got 2 over here or 5 over here and 1 over there, it just doesn't flow as well. You're not allowed to, you can't do stuff. So I'm hoping that they'll be able to get on some common ground with it, but we'll have to wait to see that in the next episode. But all in all, these episodes were all right. It wasn't too much, but they kept us entertained for the meantime.
Right. It definitely did. I was entertained. Like I said, I'm really not trying to be a Lisa hater. I'm really not, because I just don't want to be. And that's my honest truth. I don't want to not like Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm gonna say is she's making it hard for me not to, because she keeps doing the thing that I don't want her to do, which is I need her to just, I don't know. My thing is she doesn't have enough information. She didn't have enough information to go on. So she's moving according to the least amount of information she has about Angie and Monica. So this is why I've been giving her a pass, because she didn't know that Monica and Angie had spoke. And she never picked up the phone and asked Angie had they spoke. So for me, it's like, okay, so now that you know that they spoke, maybe you'll do different. But we shall see.
We shall. And the last only other thing I would want to say is that I low-key want to see a little bit more from Meredith before the end of the season. I feel like she's been kind of MIA a little bit, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that, yeah, she was at odds with like people like Angie and stuff like that. But I do want to see a little bit more from her before the end of the season.
I definitely agree with that. Meredith brings a lot to the show when she's Meredithing. So I agree with that. I feel like that's a missing part, that her little bit of shade, or just we don't have nothing to go on. We haven't really seen much of Meredith, so I definitely agree.
Pretty much, she's been at events and stuff, but yeah, y'all.
I ain't mad at that, Auntie.
I think that is all we have for you guys today. We will be back on our regular day next week, regular time, regular day, and all that. Thank you for bearing with the last 2 weeks.
Yes.
On through with this season and the rest of the episodes and the reunion and all that good stuff. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Replay gang, make sure you keep the conversation going in the comments. And if you guys have not in the past 2 hours liked on both of our channels, make sure you do that as well. And yeah, I think that's all we got.
That's it, y'all. Y'all have a blessed one, y'all. Till the next time we see y'all.
Yes. Everybody in the chat, our niece, LaDonna, our sis, who else was in here? Miss Bug, Janet, Francine, Joseph. I think I got everybody. Thank you guys for keeping the chat active, and we will see you guys next week. Okay. Bye.
Bye, guys.